Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about a very interesting module, and I'm sure something like this is what you can really relate to. Well, what we are going to talk about today is anger management. I'm sure those of you who are watching this video sometime or the other in their life, in any situation, might have felt angry. Well, what exactly is being angry? And this module is going to talk about details of anger management. Well, on the agenda today, we will talk about what is anger, causes of anger, symptoms of anger, what is the anger cycle, controlling the anger, advanced solutions as well as therapies, repercussions of anger management. Well, this actually is a subject which can help a lot many of you who at times can really get angry on things. Well, what is anger management? It is something like a psychotherapeutic program of anger prevention and control. So if you are somebody who really gets angry and at times loses your cool very quickly and fast, which means that you need to undergo something which is known as a anger management program, which is nothing but a therapeutic kind of a program which helps you to reduce your anger and become a more calmer and a more poised person. So well friends, what exactly is anger? There may be different definitions of it. I have something which is very simple for you here. Anger is a strong feeling of aggravation or irritation towards or about something. You might experience a real feeling of irritation and frustration on somebody or on something, which can really put you in the wrong direction. So anger is that feeling where you really want to lash out to people because of the fact that you're so angry and upset with them. Well friends, what causes anger? There may be many reasons which cause anger, and these causes are different from individual to individual. Hence, let's take a look. You might feel angry when you are threatened or attacked. Any kind of threat, whether it's emotional, physical or financial threat, can lead you to becoming angry on a particular person or on a particular object. Frustrated or powerless, when you feel you don't have any power or any control over a situation, that is when you can also lose your cool and become very angry. Also, you can become angry when you feel like you're being treated in a very unfair or in a biased manner, is when you can also get angry. Well friends, I'm sure you have experienced the symptoms of anger. So what happens to an individual when they are feeling angry? Well, you will notice certain symptoms like clenched jaw or fist, wherein you can see the person becoming angry because they have a clenched jaw. There's a definite increase in the heart rate. Your heart starts pumping really loudly and you can literally feel your heart coming out of your body. Red and a flushed face, that shows that person is really angry. When you're shaking too much, your body shakes, your hand is shaking and you actually feel like you are literally vibrating as a person. Feeling hot in the neck or in the face area because the body temperature rises, and hence that leads to a person looking like the symptoms of anger. Well, there's a quotation which says that anger is one letter shorter of danger. So as danger is a very dangerous word, in the same way anger is nothing but one step closer to danger. So hence it becomes very important not to get into the danger zone, but to make sure that you are in your calm and composed zone so that you don't get into an angry mode. Well friends, anger just doesn't happen. There is a cycle, or there is a way, a step-by-step process in order for a person to become angry. Let's take a look at that. So there is an escalation phase, there is an explosion phase, and there is a post-explosion phase. Now every individual goes through all of these three stages when he's experiencing anger. Let's take a look at them. Escalation phase of anger is a denial or discounting of outburst. You don't know you're angry, you're continuously denying yourself. That is when you have an escalation phase, it's still building into you. increased hostility and intimidation. So you can feel almost intimidated and hostile towards people or a particular object. That is again a part of escalation. More frequent and intense anger. When anger comes to you in short bursts, that is also an escalation phase. So the escalation phase is basically the foundation phase of anger, wherein you're not completely angry, but you can feel something is happening in your body which shows that you are on your way to getting angry. The explosion phase is the second phase, which is basically the stage where you are exploding with anger. So definitely there will be physical and verbal aggression. You might be shouting at people. You may literally raise your hands and physically abuse people, and that is a part of explosion phase. There is discharge of a lot of tension and stress, and you actually look it that you're angry in your body language. And also it can lead to destructiveness. You may harm somebody, you may even harm yourself, and hence that's an explosion phase. The post-explosion phase is when the anger has come out of your body and you've done all the damage that you had to do. Now, what happens post that? There is definitely a feeling of shame, a feeling of guilt. You might feel, why did I do this? So there's always that guilty feeling. Recriminations, punishment. You might want to punish yourself or harm yourself or even punish the other person who has caused your anger. Apology, that might happen. Repair and promises of never doing it again. So friends, these are the three different phases of anger when a person goes through the escalation phase, the explosion phase and the post-explosion phase. It becomes definitely very essential and important to control your anger. Now you might ask, if I am angry, how do I control my anger because I cannot think clearly? Well, here are certain tips which will help you to control your anger. One is think before you speak. I know friends, when you get angry, you might lose your tongue or you might just say things in a hurry and you might regret them later. So always for 2 minutes, think and then speak out whatever you have to. Once you're calm, then you express your anger. Try to get some exercise because there's a direct relation between doing some kind of physical activity and also mentally being at a calmer place. So hence, try to get some kind of an exercise which will help you to calm your nerves, and don't hold a grudge. Well, people do things out of an anger, and it's always important not to hold grudges against people. Forgive and forget and move on in life. If somebody has harmed you or done something wrong to them, to you, rather just bless that person and move on in your life. Don't hold on to these grudges. Always step further. Advanced solutions and therapies. Well, friends, if you are somebody somebody who gets angry quite a lot, there are certain therapies and techniques which can really help them. First is cognitive behavioral therapy, which will help you to go into your inner self and also make you network with people to understand how this particular therapy can help you in your behavior. Improvement in your communication skills. Try to develop a lot of friends and have a lot of people you can communicate to, people whom you're close to, which will help you to really get out of your comfort zone. Focus on problem solving and avoidance of problematic situations and conditions. These are situations which will help you to get some kind of solution and therapy to remove your anger. Well, repercussions of anger management. As you mentioned sometime before, anger can really ruin you, and hence it becomes important to let go of this anger because there can be serious repercussions. For example, anger hurts your physical health. Your physical health is very important as much as your mental health, and hence anger can really hurt you there. Anger destroys relationship, whether it's relationships at home or relationships in your professional career. If you are somebody who gets angry, it can destroy relationships. Anger can make you lose your focus because you are not able to think clearly, you're not able to take decisions, you're not able to solve problems, and hence anger can actually not make you focus. Anger destroys your career. Well, these are again certain repercussions which tell you it is very important not to be angry, else you can face up with all of these. Well, there's a beautiful quotation which is on anger, which goes like, Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die, which was mentioned by a very famous Buddha, Gautam Buddha, and he mentioned it saying that it's not about how about you when you are angry. It's like expecting that you have drunk poison and the other person is expected to die. So hence it's very important, do control your anger. Well, I'd like to conclude by saying that anger in itself is in order and normal. It's okay to get angry. However, excess amount of anger and excessive and uncontrollable anger is something which is looked as destructive. Hence, please do control your anger, learn how to meditate, practice yoga, which will help you become a little calmer as a person and also make you away from all the anger that's ruining your life. Thank you friends for watching this amazing video on anger management. I hope you have enjoyed listening to this. Please do not get angry. Make sure that you are able to manage your anger. Thank you very much for watching us.